Hey guys, this is Randy. We're here with another video on power valves. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and also if you'd like to help support our channel, our Cash App will be in the description below. Any help would be appreciated. Now, we're going to do here is a power valve. Go over all the different power valves, and I want to show you a few things about the way they're calibrated and also how they can be off. They're hard. I've never really actually tried to calibrate one of these. I think I could. I'm going to work on it a little bit, maybe get back with y'all on that. It's just they're usually Loctited down a little bit after they get to the correct calibration, and it can be difficult to try to do it without damaging the power valve. But anyway, here we go. I've done an old power valve video a long time ago, but it'd be better to go ahead and brush up on this. Didn't even touch the two-stage power valve. And this is a two-stage power valve right here, and it is more for fuel mileage. That's what it's basically for. They run a little bit leaner jet, like about 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 sizes smaller jet. And what happens, this thing, when you give a little gas, it opens up probably at like 12 inches of vacuum or 13, just barely creeping in the throttle. It's going to open up the first stage, enriching it slightly. And then if you actually accelerate hard, it's going to come all the way open, and it's going to enrich it a lot. It's just a way of where if you're running the lean cruise, like you're running really lean jet without surging, when you get down to that point where it's too lean, the car will actually start surging. And it'd be just kind of some people call it tailgating, where the car's just moving. Feels like it's surging, moving forward, back and forth. Anyway, make a long story short, that first little opening of the power valve, it's 2 stages. So when it first cracks, it flows some fuel in there real quick to richen it up. Just a slight amount of fuel. So it absolutely helps fuel mileage if you drive normal. You know, if you want them monkeys get out there and like my boy, and he hits that thing to the floor where he goes, hey, you know, we need a rod like this to keep his motor together. And anyway, that's what this is about. That's what the two-stage power valve. You can see it's a 4-hole power valve. A lot of these round hole ones now they've done away with old round hole, and they used a lot of them were round hole, and now they went into the window type. Now this right here, I'm gonna get on this one. This is just a power valve block off. If you're going to jet up in the rear 6 to 8, and you can even go 10 sizes bigger if you want. In the rear, I block the power valve, and I jet up 6 to 8. Seems like 6, if you want to be conservative, 8 is plenty to me. I know there is certain guys that will run 10 sizes bigger on the jet, and that's just preference. But that's to block it off. That's all that is for. You put a gasket on it, screw it in, and it's blocked off. And go up on the jet size. Now, this is an alcohol or gas. It doesn't really matter. Some of the alcohol power valves have the green silicone type diaphragm, but I've run these in both, and you know, alcohol corrodes anything, guys, anything. I don't care what it is. Unless, I mean, it's some superior metal, it's just bad about it. But the difference is, I think I've told y'all this before, is the little pintle inside the power valve. Let me see if I can get it shoved back where you can see it, but I don't know if I can or not. I can on this one. I can on this one here. You can see the actual tapered pintle right here, and it just closes the passage. It just fits nice and smooth on there. Can they see a good shot of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, the more movement we have, the smaller that rod, that pintle that hooks to the diaphragm and comes up out of the power valve. Basically, it's just more room. It flows more. This can be any size. It doesn't matter. And if you don't have this room between that pintle, it doesn't matter. It will not flow no more fuel. Just whatever can get past this. Okay, and the 4-window, I run these in my carburetor. I know a lot of people are scared to, but the restrictor, the power valve circuit restrictor is the only thing controlling the ultimate fuel getting to the main well. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter about how big it is. It's more the opening, what it's calibrated to in inches, a 4.5 inch power valve on this one. And that's all that matters. I mean, you can run the biggest power valve you want. It's just if you ran a small one, you ran something that had small holes like the old ones, or even a 2-hole like this one, and you was running extremely big motor, you could run into a restriction problem. You really could. I don't know that you would, but you very well could. These are working alcohol, they're working gas, and they'll flow plenty of fuel, and there's no problem with that. There's none at all. I use a 6.5 and sometimes 4.5s, and sometimes a different size, but most popular is probably I use 4.5, 5.5, and 6.5s. All right. Now this is just a 2. Well, this 4 window. Where's the 2 window goes? Here's the 2 window, and see the difference in the stem. See how little movement it's got right there. It don't have a lot of movement, so it ain't gonna flow near what this window will flow. So just keep that in mind. That's why I use the big ones, because I know the power valve circuit restriction is going to control the fuel. All right, guys, and let me just show you something real quick I found. I just ran across this. Here's 2 4.5s. I'm going to stick them together, and you can watch them close. And they close. When they stop, they're pretty much perfect. They're about on the money. This is a 6.5, and where's the other? There's another 6.5. Now watch. These haven't been tinkered with at all. Look at what happens. That one's closed right there. It is almost dead closed. Right there, it is closed. And they're not calibrated the same. One of them's off.
Show them those other 2 one time.
Yeah.
I got a good shot.
Here's the 2. Let me make sure these 2 are the same. These are 4.5, 4.5. Let me show them. All right, guys. If you look at them, they're so close it ain't even funny. That's really close calibrated right there. And the main thing is when they do this, they've got a big old vacuum gauge that's super accurate, and they have a way of doing it, and they do it real fast and get it accurate. Remember the 2 stages mainly for fuel, conserve fuel. That's what it's for. And the single is like for a good, just regular good little gas carburetor, that nothing special. You don't have to have a ton of fuel. And then you got the big one for a lot of fuel or a lot of alcohol, either one, and then the block off. Now that's pretty much all of it, guys. That's all I got for you. I just want to make sure, and if you have any questions on it, please leave me a comment. I appreciate everything, guys. Appreciate y'all watching, man. And I really appreciate y'all subscribing. We really need the likes and subscribe. Thank you very much.